Yup, did that. Okay, right. Right, so if the audio's still muffled from the game... Actually, you know what? It was working with the setting I left it on, so we'll leave it at that. Right, so where did we get up to? We've talked to the three women. No, we've talked to the... Yeah, there's the dudes by the taxi, the woman on the corner, and we've talked to the dude on the bridge. We've saved the game, so now we will go into Odyssey, and we will talk to the tables, and then we will see if we can get the trophy. Where's the Odyssey? Is this the Odyssey? No, it's not the Odyssey. Is this the Odyssey? This is the Odyssey. We found the Odyssey. Fantastic. Marvelous. I also don't want to hold up the stream too hard, so we can continue if you want to. Just wanted to give you a heads up. No, it's fine. I need to do some digging into it. But it's gonna, yeah, this is going to have me paranoid for a while until I can figure out where the audio crackle's screwing up. Unless it's the line from my console to my graphics card, to the capture card. But if it's only a today thing, if it's something that's always been there, then that's my setup. If it's only a today thing, is the setting has gone weird, or maybe I'll reboot the PC before the evening stream and see what we can do. But there we go. We are now wearing sunglasses. We are completely incognito. Right.
いらっしゃいませ。お一人様ですか？ああ。すみません。ただいま
Got a
満席でして、
cutscene, so.
少々待っていただいても構いませんでしょうか。構へん、待つ。ほんますみません。そしたらこちらでお待ちください。よろしければお飲み物もお持ちしますが。ああ、そんな気ぃつかんでええねん。のんびり待ちますわ。大変お待たせいたしました。1名様ご案内いたします。こちらへどうぞ。
I can hear an occasional cracking, popping noise in the background, but it doesn't sound too muffled. So that could just be the capture line. Right, I'll look into something then I've got the chance. Alright, start from this side. Look. There we go. 2. That table's wide open. Thought this place was booked solid. Could they be keeping the queue at the entrance even when there's space to make it seem like the man's high? Okay, that's one we've never read. Tables hopping, old guy in flashy clothes. Okay, there we go. Oh, right. That's how we did it. So we have to look at the 4 tables and completely ignore Mr. Libido dancing by the staircase. We don't need to worry about this. And skip over this. Right, there we go. So now we just have to get out of this and then go all the way to chapter 4. Once we get to chapter 4, then problem solved. Huzzah, huzzah, winning, 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 winning.
What? 本当ですか?
い
What?
い
What?
い
What?
Cool. Actually, no. No, we won't do that. Yes. Just in case we screw something up. Right, there we go. So. Right. Cheers, Kev. I shall check out that clip at some point. Probably not live. I'll do it after the stream just so I can try and figure it all out. Could just be a Twitch issue. Could be twitching, but heck if I know. Could be that my PC needs another reboot and a driver's not instigated properly. Instigated? Started. I'll say started. Makes a bit more sense, really. Blah, 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 blah. Right, okay. Oh, great. Another tutorial mission. Right. Ah, there's Lee. It's weird watching Lee using... Is it Lee? No, it's Faye. Faye using Mashima's Slugger style. You fail. You were made fail. Right. Hey, Komeki. Owie. My precious help. Oh, well, there we go then. There we go. No, we don't need to do the Dragon and Tiger. Sod doing the Dragon and Tiger. We don't need to do that anymore. No. No, I've spent more than enough time in there. No, we're not doing it. Not doing it. Komeki away! Very slowly. Right. Back on to wherever we were going before. Sorry. No. No! No. I got no interest in winning. I'll take that proposal. Sorry, I'm busy. There we go. We're not looking at that either. Oh, fine. Can't leave a woman in distress. Apart from the woman we just left in distress for reasons. Right. That looks cool. Slightly battered, pristine skin. Oh, piss off. Oh. Some goons want to fight. On my doorstep, of all places. I think we know how this is going to go. Yeah, that went about as well as expected for them. Run away! Run away! Run away! Run away! Run away! Go, skip. Chapter 3 done. Awesome. Yes. Number 2. Just in case. Just in case. So that's a trick, then. You can only look at 4 things, and Mr. Libido is there dancing away. You just want to see what Majima has to say about him, but you shouldn't. You should look at the table instead. 3 years ago, Kamurocho. Ah. Need to see that. Arriva. I can only conclude that Majima must use the public bathhouse unless he's got a very small shower. Right, so I'm hoping it's go to Odyssey. Yeah, okay, so we go to the Odyssey. And this fine. There we go. Nope, piss off. Right, so... There we go! Move criminal.
支配にそれは
Done. Done. Finished. Finished. Where it all began. Obtain all of the trophies. Only 0.7% of players have earned this trophy. There we go. There we go. Journey's end. Trophy earned. Complete and utter. Aye, no kidding. Aye, Sagawa. Piss off, Sagawa. 3 years of work. More like nearly 6 months, but there we go. Just, right, one more thing to do then. And hopefully the audio holds up, otherwise I'm going to be slightly disappointed. Actually, what I can do instead is, just as a backup, sure, save game. For old time's sake. Save. 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 And because I want to, glad I got here for the end at least. Glad I found the channel. Well, I'm glad you found the channel as well, Tungsten. There we go. Just because. Let's watch this intro one last time. Gotta go now, but I wish you all the best for whatever comes next. Alright, cheers Tungsten. Next is Skyward Sword HD, which will be starting probably this evening. You have a good one. Love this intro. Hail Flock it! Go. Yakuza. So, the audio was probably running stable, but whatever. So be it. So, with that, let's enable console on gateway, go back to gateway 1. And even though it'll mean I'll have to do some editing, let's start a recording, just in case. And, oh yeah, I made a promise, didn't I? Give me a moment. Right. I did say for the Forts video, I put the jacket on. So, let's wrap everything up in traditional channel style. Well, we're complete with Kiryu jacket. Right. Now, I just have to try and remember what the hell, how the bloody hell I do this intro. So this will be a marvellous entertaining experience for nobody. Look, everyone, it's President Kiryu. Well, I do have the glasses. Alright, Ezio. On take 1, let's try and start here. Oh, sorry. Start here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of No Holds Barred, our little thoughts video here that we put together at the end of any journey that we do on the channel. And what a hell of a journey it has been this time. It's not got the title there, but as it'll say in the title down below, but we have just finished our biggest journey on the channel, 226 hours plus, counting in the climax battles, etc, etc, of Yakuza 0 for the PlayStation 4, played on PS5. And blimey, what a heck of a journey it's been so far. Completion of this game concluded with 100% of all of the story finished, all the main story, all of the sub-stories, and through the sub-stories complete 100% completion of the primary completion list, which is tied into the trophies of the game, as well as the secondary completion list, which is tied into no trophies in the game, but you do get a nice little gold star on it whenever you get everything. So we've done everything. We've done everything in the adventure, all of the 5 main lists, as well as we've collected every piece of gear in the game, every weapon, every piece of armor. We've completed the Colosseum, which was an absolute slog, but I'll get into that later. We have finished every mini-game. We've got the best scores in every mini-game. We have done everything this game has to offer. So, as well as all the climax battles and all of the trophies. So yes, it's been a hell of a journey. Starting from the top then, graphics-wise, I'm playing on the PS5, so it is a bit upscaled. It still holds up graphically to this day. It held up on the PS4. It definitely appreciates the upscaling that the PS5 offers, though it's only minimal. But it's sort of noticeable when you look between the two footages. At least it was to my eye, but I could be quite mistaken on that one. Audio, this game has one of the greatest soundtracks I have had in many games. I love this soundtrack, especially the intro music. If you've ever watched the stream live, if you've ever caught the intro, that intro music, the epic guitar riff that's playing over the opening screens, that is the main theme of this game. I have loved it. Watch through some of the watch through the last episode of Journey's End of our playthrough, because we watched the intro again there, so there we have it. And there we are. So story-wise, absolutely fantastic story. One of my favourite games so far. The drama aspect, it's got quite a nice juxtaposition. So you've got the main story, which is a Japanese Yakuza drama-y thing, which actually gets really quite dark and quite gory in places. And then you've got the side stories, which very much cut through the darkness with just how absolutely insane they are. And anyone who has been on this channel for any period of time does know that I'm a massive fan of daft games. From the Outer Worlds with its sort of hitchhiker's humour all the way to this, where we have a chicken as the manager of our real estate firm. Not even making that up. But yeah, this is a game that is very much one of the games, probably the game that pushed me into streaming in the first place. I remember sitting down playing through it, seeing all of the insane stuff, and thought, you know what, it'd be really interesting if I had an audience, or at least other people around, to watch as I play this, and chats have been absolutely amazing throughout this entire thing, so big props to chat. But yes, there we have it. So, gameplay wise also fantastic 3D beat 'em up, running around. Sometimes the amount of enemies you run into do get a bit over the top, but at the same time, once you go for full 100% completion, you unlock a golden pistol with unlimited ammo, you unlock some sunglasses that increase your weapon's powers, and just for the small sake of it, I decided to also level up a certain fighting style inside the game, so we're a bit tiny bit overpowered. We did put a cap on it. I refused to go over a certain point just to ensure that we didn't break the game and make everything far too easy, and we may still have made it a bit too easy. But yeah, trophy hunting is perfectly fine. It's going to take a lot of time to get through the completion lists, but that's just the way it is. Hopefully you enjoy Mahjong, because you're going to be playing a lot of Mahjong. In terms of completion, yeah, and there have been some utter pain in the neck completion points, like the batting cages, because I'm just useless with reflex mini-games. Fantasy Zone, which is an old Sega arcade game, which you have to get 10 million points in or something. That was fun. The gambling stuff isn't too bad, but yeah, the Mahjong definitely took most of the time just because of the way that the Mahjong completion points work. Mentioning minigames though, there is plenty to do in the side on this game. On top of the main story, one of the main staples of the Yakuza franchise, from what I can understand, are the minigames, and there's a lot of minigames from the brilliant Sega arcades, where you do play through some classic arcade games like Outrun, which I admit I got lost a bit too much in, to generic sporty things like the batting cages, which as anyone who's ever seen a batting cage will know how that operates, to the main subquest, which for Kiryu, the two protagonists, Kiryu and Majima. For Kiryu, you have a real estate minigame where you buy up properties and then you fight some evil people to buy more properties, and then you run the properties and that generates you money, a la sort of Monster the Journey in Assassin's Creed 2. For the other side of the spectrum, you have Majima, who owns a cabaret club where you find girls out in the world. Oh, I'm making it sound like Pokemon. You find women throughout the game as you complete the subquests and sub-stories, and then they work for you in your cabaret club, and then you have a mini game where you run the cabaret club, and that also generates money. If you do that, and if you want to go for completion on the cabaret club, may I make the honest recommendation that you do not say, oh, I'll do all the training missions in one big go at the end. Don't do that. It takes 2 hours per girl. It nearly killed me. Stretch it out throughout the entire game. Just do it over the course of the game. Don't just do it all in one big lump. It will kill you. Or at least drive you to insanity like it did me. Mentioning insanity, there is also the Colosseum, which, as the name suggests, is a big arena where you fight things, including our nemesis, the Onikuma, the Demon Bear. And yes, if you want to go for full completion on that one, be prepared to spend a lot of time just grinding. It is grinding. There's a lot of grinding on that one. But other than that, yeah. And also there's the collecting every gear and other item. That would took me several hours offline as well as on the stream to do. So bottom line, go for completion if you want to, but I'd say just play the game. Just finish the game. The game deserves to be finished. I'd say play the main story, do all the sub-stories, and then the rest of the completion list just do as and when. You want something in the... As you do completion points, you get... Well, as you do completion criteria, you get completion points, which are like XP points, that you spend at the shrine to unlock fancy stuff. I'd say you don't need to go all the way to the end of the completion list, just a certain amount to get some of the cool stuff, and then bugger off and just not worry about it. But that's my opinion. Your choices may vary, and by all means, that's completely valid. Is there anything else? Main protagonists. Kiryu is still one of my favourite characters in any game. I absolutely love the man, though he definitely plays second fiddle to Majima in this game. Majima's story is absolutely fantastic. Both stories are fantastic, but Majima pips Kiryu just by... It's hard to not go into spoilers, but the absolute heartbreaking nature of Majima's story is, it just shines through so much stronger than Kiryu's, as it probably should, considering Kiryu's the main protagonist of the entire game and the entire franchise. So, well, at least the main line of the franchise. And this is the start of our franchise run. I've not played any of the other Yakuza games yet. This is our very much starting point, so I'm curious to see where it goes from here, but there we have it. Is there anything else? Have I forgotten anything? We've done gameplay, graphics, story, completion criteria. Voice acting. Thank you, chat. Yes, no voice acting, no dubbing on this game, all in Japanese, but at the same time, if you watch through the playthrough, you'll notice when the voice... I voice act, so I apologise for that. But when all the voices in the game are absolutely brilliant. All the voice acting is top-notch, not that I can understand a word they're saying. Well, some words I can understand what they're saying. But for the most of it, yeah, I can't understand. I let the voice acting speak. So there is a bit of reading involved in this playthrough. Let's play, I'm sorry, but there we go. But yeah, the cutscenes, the pre-rendered cutscenes are absolutely, truly amazing. They stand up very much even now. God, some of them were brilliant. Majima's intro to the game has got to be one of my favourite game intros for a character ever. It's just, if you've not played the game, play the game, or at the very least look up Majima's intro in Yakuza 0 on YouTube, because it's just a hell of a thing. Fight mechanics, thank you chat, Fight mechanics. You have multiple fight styles. It's not just one single fight style for the entire game, like Streets of Rage, I suppose. You have a choice between three different fight styles that you have to use situationally dependent on where you are in the game. These are leveled up not by XP points, but by money. Because Yakuza 0 was set in the 1980s in Japan during an economic bubble, an economic boom, everything is tied to money. So you want to upgrade a fight style, you have to literally invest the money you make throughout the world of the game into your fight styles. For the main free fight styles, this isn't an issue. It's expensive, but it's there and that's it. If you want to abuse the extra fight style, well, that, first up, save some of your completion points. You will need them. Second, be ready to farm a lot of money and have a strategy, because you can go up to 999. We didn't. We only took them up to level 10, but it does take an insane amount of time simply from the animations. It's not click, ding, done. It is click, loading bar, done, loading bar, done, loading bar, done, loading bar, done. Doesn't sound too bad until you have done it for about 10 minutes. At that point, your eyes are dribbling out their sockets, and it's just not a fun experience. They should have put in a speed up mechanic, or they should have just, for that particular leveling system, just get rid of the loading bar and just have ding 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 ding. But there we go. Or just have it level, or just have it so you unlock it once, and then you've got a big button in the middle that you just press to invest, say, 100 billion yen each time to up the level, and that would have worked so much better. But in fairness, the devs probably didn't anticipate a madman like me coming along and going, let's make us overpowered, let's do all the things. So there we go. Well, yes. Oh, you've also got a nice choice of weapons, as I've mentioned. Each fight style. Well, when you're fighting enemies, I think a lot of people have probably seen these memed all over the internet, but as you're fighting people, eventually you build up a heat bar, which gives you a heat action. It's like a final smash in Smash Bros, where you grab opponent and you can throw them over a railing, or smash them into a car, or there's an entire list of heat actions in the secondary completion list. Wouldn't recommend going after all of them, but yes, some of them are actually true things of beauty. But you've also got weapons which have their own heat actions. So yeah, you've got a lot of moves, there's a lot of movesets, it's an absolutely fantastic fighting system, one of the best as far as I'm concerned. Does it beat the Batman Arkham games? Possibly. It's a lot more fun for me because of the layered aspects of it, where some enemies are easier to defeat in another fight style. It's like rock, paper, scissors, which, now that I've said that, brings back memories of the catfighting club in Yakuza 0. Remember, if you don't want to play the catfight club, nobody judges you for it. I don't judge you for it. I have completed the trophy for the catfight club. It is not fun. The catfight club is very much a gimmicky thing of boobies, and then all of a sudden it just goes, oh god, what am I doing? This is hell. Lord help you if you are doing the catfight club. That's all I'm going to say. But is that it? I think that's everything. Story, character, better. Inevitably, I've probably forgotten to say something, but the bottom line of this is Yakuza 0 is an absolutely fantastic game. One of my favourite games at this moment in time. It's been on my favourite list for a long time. I don't have a number one favourite game. I don't put numerical order to my favourite games. I just have games that I think are absolutely fantastic, and then the other ones, and then it sort of goes down the tiers. Yakuza 0 is one of the top-notch ones. Fantastic story, graphics, fantastic. The soundtrack absolutely makes it. I love the characters. Kiryu is one of the coolest characters ever, as far as I'm concerned. Majima is equally as cool, but also completely insane, and I love him for it. It sort of reminds me of my own fighting style as well, but that's neither here nor there, but I won't go into that, at least not in a thoughts video. But if you're curious, stop by the channel sometime and I will gladly explain. But anyway, yes, with that said, I've rambled on long enough, so we shall call it quits there. Yakuza 0, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, fantastic, amazing game. So there you have it. And with that said, I'm out of here. So, thank you very much for joining me for all this Forts video. Thank you for joining me on the channel, and thank you for listening to me ramble for this period of time. May you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are, and as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits, and I'll see you all next time. And there we go. There is a Rambling Forts video for whatever it is, and he's done it. Yes, I've finished it. It's done. That's going to be a long Forts video, but in fairness, that was a hell of a long game that we have played. Blimey. But there we have it. There were my thoughts. Any questions before we wrap this up? I was going to start playing Skyward Sword, but for 45 minutes, there's probably little point of me spending 10-15 minutes configuring and setting everything up and then just not having that. So I might call it an early stream. But yeah, there we go. It's done. I can scarcely believe it myself. It's got to be so weird when you finish a game in a month or two. It is. Skyward Swords is going to be very much a weird game for me to play when you stop and consider. Yeah. I mean, there you have it. That's everything done. Everything done. 2 gold trophies, 6 silver, 46 bronze, but 1 platinum. The thing is, after we've finished Skyward, it's on to Yakuza Kiwami, and we do it all again. Well, not all of it. We're not platinuming Kiwami, but we're just not. But we are doing the completion list, which is, let's face it, what took up the majority of the time for this playthrough. So, yeah. And then after that, I don't know. I'm still in 2 minds on what I want to play next. Though, bearing in mind that Skyward's Breath of the Wild 2 is breathing... Well, I say breathing. It's not breathing, but... Also, cheers, Kev. Thank you for the congrats. Given Skyward Breath of the Wild 2 is somewhere on the horizon, far, maybe it might be a mirage, but I think Nintendo in the last Direct said, what, 2022? I want to get Breath of the Wild 1, Breath of the Wild finished on this channel at some point. So, well, I say finished, we've not even started it yet. But I want to do a playthrough of Breath of the Wild. 100%, well... maybe 100%. It depends. My current plan for that is master mode and at least do everything apart from the Korok seeds. Will I go for all 900? If I'm smart, I'd say no. But it's me. And chances are I will probably at some point say, sod it, let's get 100%, and that will be it. We're on to another 200 plus hour game. Don't know, I'm thinking about it. I think that might be the game after Kiwami, just so we've got it off the list finally, because that one's got a sort of shelf life deadline thing ahead of it. But either way, we'll figure it out as and when and however it goes. So, with that said, I think it's time to get out of here, and... But actually, I'll see who's... Is there anyone that we can raid before I jump into the ending spiel? Because I do believe Widblue usually streams on a Saturday afternoon. Unless she's not for today, which is also entirely possible. Or maybe I'm too early. Maybe I'm too early. Hello. I click Discord and then all of a sudden my monitor turns off. What? There we go. Boo ba doo boo doo ba doo 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 doo. Day 6 to 8 p.m. Monday. That. Ah, right, okay. So she's not live yet. Okay, in that case, who else is on the live list? Is there raid? Oh, not really. It's the wrong time, really. Usually there are other people on by the time I finished at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, we're just wrapping it up. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, there we go. Sorry, I still can scarcely believe it. I'm tempted to say 230 hours once you calculate in the climax battles. Actually, did I get a trophy for the climax battles? I think I must have done. Master of Life and Death, complete chapter 4, successfully negotiate. I mean, let's face it, we've got a bit of time to kill anyway. High roll, I make it rain. I did it for the trophy. Yes, I certainly did. Wise investment, Master of Style, prize fighter, what a player, call me. Go on a date with a girl you met at the college. Okay, catch match. Oh, did I not get a trophy for doing all the climax battles? Oh no, there we go. Just beat it. Done. Ultra rare, 1.2%. Blimey. Also 1.2 have done that, but only 0.7 have ever earned the make it. Oh well, it'll be the mini games, won't it? Some people will just have done all the combat stuff, but they won't have given up. They'll have given up when it comes to the mini games. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. And I'm going to now leave it there. One of the hardest in the series to platinum, grats, mate. Wait, really? Really? Okay, well, I'll take that. Not only did we platinum it though. We didn't just platinum it, we did the secondary completion list, which isn't even required for the platinum. So, ta-da! There we go, we'll take that. I went above and beyond on this platinum. And you know what? I don't chase platinums, but I'm going to take this as one of my great... this is one of my great achievements, right up there with beating Yuzora in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind on the hardest difficulty, on critical difficulty, I think it's called in that game. That's one of my great achievements. This is up there with that. Probably maybe a bit above. I don't know, equal pegging. One was just very skill based. This one was literally just investment and grinding. And oh, good lord. Most of them don't require the full completion list or even any completion at all. But I'm guessing all of them probably require a playthrough on Legend difficulty. In which case, well, we're not going to get any more platinums in this series, are we? Unless we go back and do a platinum run of the game at some point in the future when I have a gap. But the chances of having a gap are entirely limited. So yeah, this is weird. This is weird. It feels weird that we are leaving behind the shores of Kamurocho, if only for a little while. But this is also why I'm not playing every game back to back, because after 200 hours, if I did, I'd be able to manage that for the first few games, but by the end of the series, no, we need to have a break. We need to break it up. We need to play something else in between, not only for my sake, but for your sake, because, yeah, I doubt everyone will appreciate me just playing Yakuza forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So, especially when this franchise run's probably going to take us a couple of years at this rate. So anyway, with that said, if you're new here, hi, I'm Ezio. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoy what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate if you hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you ever want to catch me live, well, I stream here on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock UK time, and every Saturday at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock UK time. If you ever want to catch up with our playthroughs so far, you can find, especially our Yakuza 0 playthrough, you can find all of these linked to the I'll try that again. You can find all of these streams in the VOD section of this very channel, as well as in the YouTube, as well as a link to the YouTube archives and the panels down below, containing playlists of every game, every journey as I call them, that we have ever been on this channel, as well as our thoughts videos from every game we've finished on this channel. I've done a thoughts video, so yeah, there's an entire playlist of those, and this one will be going up next Friday at some point, because of the way I edit all of the stuff on a Sunday for the YouTube archive. So there we go. Is there anything else? Oh yes, of course. Thank you to each and every one of you, be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archive. Thank you very much for joining me as we have played through this amazing, wonderful, and exhausting game. Exhausting in a good way. It's like exercise. It's been a long road. It has been a very long road, and it's been a hill in places, but you know what? We're finally across the finish line, and we've done it. We've done it. But anyway, there's nobody to raid, so we shall wrap it all up here. Oh, no, we can't, Ezio, because of course, there's one last thing to say, and that's a thank you to each and every one of you for spending a little bit of your life here with me on the channel. It means the world. Always will do. and always does. And hopefully, chat, if I ever forget to say that, chat will very much hold me account to it. But anyway, now we say to each and every one of you, may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. Hopefully I'll see you back here at 7 o'clock UK time as we continue, well, not as we continue now, as we don't continue anything, as we start a new journey into the world of Skyloft and Skyward Sword HD. So until then, and until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits, and I'll see you all next time.